Today we are going to learn about learning Objective 5. Understand that ICT devices can be linked together to form networks. A network describes two or more connected computers. For example, we have two computers. We link them together. This is a network. Network allows sharing of resources. For today, we need to learn about explain a network in terms of wire, wireless, LAN, and WAN. Understand network components such as cable, router, processor, and wireless enabled devices, and explain the concept of IP addresses. Part 1. Network type. In Part 1, we look at explaining network in terms of wire, wireless, LAN, and WAN. Most networks can be classified into local area network, also called a LAN. Wide area network, also known as WAN. Wire network and wireless network. A local area network refers to a network that is limited to an area or building, one area only. Keyword is one location. A wide area network, on the other hand, refers to a network that crosses regional or national boundaries. Internet is a big example of where you can access the internet anywhere in the world. A wireless network, on the other hand, refers to networks that requires the use of cables. A wireless network do not require cables to connect. For example, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, satellite. All these networks do not need cables to connect together. These are examples of wireless network. Bluetooth. Radio wave is used to provide wireless connection between mobile devices, computers, and other handheld devices. Bluetooth is characterized by very limited range. One example of Bluetooth is used to transfer data between devices. For example, I want to transfer data from my mobile phone camera to my laptop. Can I do that? Yes. With Bluetooth. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi refers to any system where it is possible to connect to a network or computer using wireless communication. Wi-Fi is limited to an area. Okay? You can't use Wi-Fi anywhere in the world. Only a certain area can you use Wi-Fi. Satellite. Satellite is a wireless wide area network. It comprises of a shuttle standing to orbit around the Earth. In this way, ships with no access to cables can use satellite to connect to the internet. To summarize, let's look at the building blocks of a network. If it's one area, it's called a LAN. If it's many areas, we call it a WAN. If it's a wire network, it will need cable. A wireless network has no cable. A Wi-Fi is a local area wireless LAN. A satellite is a wireless WAN that is hosted in outer space. Bluetooth uses radio wave at short range. Now for a very short quiz to test your understanding of the topic. It's a multiple choice question. Satellite is a what? type of network have over what kind of network? The answer is D. Satellite is a wireless network have over when. Let's try another multiple choice question. Wi-Fi is a what type of network have over a? The answer is Wi-Fi is a wireless network have over a LAN. LAN is one area, WAN is many areas. Okay, let's try a last question. The IT manager has 10 computers connected in an office. What type of network is this? This is called a local area network or LAN. Now, part 2, network components. We need to understand network components such as cable, router, boosters, and wireless enabled devices. Network interface card. To connect to a network, every single computer must have a network interface card. It's usually inside the computer. Okay? An Ethernet cable is just a cable for cable network. It comprises of a pair of copper wires that are twisted together. Okay? And a switch. A switch is a device for connecting the components of the network together. Every computer is connected to the switch by a cable. Okay? So we have only 3 learning things. First, we need to know what is a NIC, network interface card. Then we need to know an internet cable, and finally a switch. Now let's test your understanding. Okay, we have 3 brothers. Each brother has 1 computer. They want to play a network game on their computer together. How do we set up network connection? Step 1, we need to make sure every single computer has an NIC code. Step 2, we use an Ethernet cable to connect each computer to the switch. Yes? Step 3, we just play the game. Now, router. A router or modem or gateway is a device that is used to connect to the internet. Okay? All these 3 terms are used interchangeably for the purpose of your exam. Now let's try a second question. We now have 3 brothers. Every single brother has a computer. Now they want to play a network game on the internet, not on their local machine. How do we set up a network connection so that they can access the internet? So step 1, we connect the switch to a router. And step 2, we connect the router to the internet. Okay? And step 3, we play our game. Simple? A wireless access point is used to connect a wireless enabled device to a network. A booster makes the range bigger so that it can cover a bigger area. So today we learn about wireless access point and booster. Now let's try a question number 3. We have 3 brothers. Every single brother has 1 computer. They want to play network game using wireless connection on the internet together. Okay? The keyword this time is to use a wireless connection. How do we set up a wireless connection? First, we take out all the cables. Second, we remove the switch. No more switch. Third, we add a wireless access point. And we connect a cable from a wireless access point to the router. And finally, we play our game. Here's a question from my student. Hey, wait a minute! What about the poster? Actually, to play the purpose of playing a game, we do not need a poster at this time. IP address. This is the last topic we are learning today is IP address. All computers connected to a network must have an IP address. An IP address is 32-bit. It's represented by 4 numbers. Each of the 4 numbers must be separated by a dot. Each of the 4 numbers must be between 0 to 255. Cannot be above 255. Cannot be less than 0. For example, 21, 23, 34, 14. These are valid IP address. Why? It's separated by dot. There are 4 numbers. And finally, all of the 4 numbers must be between 0 to 255. Okay? Let's take a look at an example. Which of the following address is valid? Now, let's apply what we learned about IP address and do it step by step. Rule number 1. All numbers must be less than or equals to 255. So A cannot be the correct answer because there is a 560 which is bigger than 255. Correct? So let's look at the next one. Rule number 2. There must be 4 numbers. D cannot be correct because there is only 3 numbers. So D is not a valid choice. Let's look at rule number 3. Rule number 3 says numbers must be separated by a dot. B is not a valid answer because B has separated by comma. So it's wrong. Therefore, the answer is C. Okay? Last question before we go off. All the students may leave except 3 students. Which 3 students must stay back? The 3 brothers are. They were playing computer games and not paying attention to my class. Thank you for your time.